Friends, today we're taking you to one of the most extreme and powerful places on Earth, an offshore oil platform. This is where black gold, the lifeblood of the global economy, is extracted. Think about it. The petrol in your car, the gas heating your home, the plastic in your phone. It all begins right here. But have you ever wondered how crude oil travels from deep beneath the earth to your hands? The process is incredibly complex, risky, and fascinating. In today's video, we'll walk through the entire journey, how crude oil is extracted on offshore platforms, stored safely, and loaded onto massive tanker ships. This is an engineering marvel involving thousands of workers, miles of pipelines, and billions of dollars in equipment. Whether you love engineering, technology, or just want to learn something new, this video is for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Rare content like this only appears here. Let's dive in, from seabed to tanker ship. Section 1. What is an offshore platform and why is it in the ocean instead of on land? Crude oil isn't just found underground. Huge reserves lie beneath the seabed, trapped in rock formations. To access this, engineers construct massive offshore oil platforms, also called oil rigs. There are three main types: fixed platforms, anchored directly to the seabed; floating platforms, float on water but stay in place using giant anchors; and FPSO, floating production storage and offloading, floating vessels that act as factories and storage. These structures stand 300 to 600 feet tall, taller than many monuments. Each platform houses 200 to 500 workers who live there 24/7, with hospitals, helipads, gyms, and dining halls. They endure storms with 30-meter waves and Category 5 hurricanes without faltering. Building one costs $5 to $10 billion, a massive investment for powering global energy. Section 2. The drilling process. Now the exciting part, drilling. A specialized rotary drill with an industrial diamond or tungsten carbide bit cuts through the toughest rocks. The drill bit is spun by a massive tower called a derrick. As drilling proceeds, a high-tech fluid called drilling mud is pumped down. This isn't just mud. It cools the drill bit, lubricates, and controls underground pressure. Drilling reaches depths from 1,000 to 5,000 meters, crossing ocean water, seabed rock, and many geological layers to reach the oil reservoir. One major risk is a blowout, when underground pressure forces oil and gas uncontrollably upward. To prevent disaster, the platform uses a blowout preventer, or BOP, a massive valve system that can seal the well instantly. Failure of a BOP in 2010 caused the catastrophic Deepwater Horizon oil spill. Section 3. Extraction and separation. Once the well is ready, extraction begins. Often, natural underground pressure pushes oil up naturally, called natural flow. If pressure is low, pumps or gas injections assist. The fluid coming up is a mix of oil, gas, sand, and chemicals. Enter the three-phase separator, a horizontal drum that uses gravity and pressure to separate water at the bottom, oil in the middle, and gas at the top. Gas is either burned off or piped away. Oil moves to storage. A medium platform can produce 50,000 to 200,000 barrels daily. Section 4. Storage and the FPSO. Where does the oil wait before shipment? The FPSO, a vessel as large as 3 football fields, acts as a floating warehouse, storing 1 to 2.5 million barrels. Inside, temperature-controlled tanks keep crude oil fluid. Sensors monitor pressure and volume 24/7. Every liter is tracked with custody transfer metering to prevent costly losses. Section 5. The arrival of the tanker. Now the moment of truth, the arrival of the VLC, the Very Large Crude Carrier. This ship is 330 meters long and 60 meters wide, like a small neighborhood on water.
Constant communication between the tanker captain and platform ensures safe maneuvering. Experts calculate speed, wind, and currents precisely. One mistake could cause disaster. Marine pilots guide the tanker, which is secured by thick steel mooring ropes weighing 100 kilograms per meter. A massive flexible pipe, the cargo hose, connects the tanker to the FPSO for oil transfer. Section 6. Loading the black gold. Now the grand finale, loading. Powerful 5,000 horsepower pumps transfer 8 million liters of oil per hour. The process takes 24 to 48 hours with zero sparks or flames. The team is on constant alert. Once full and documented, mooring lines release and the giant tanker sails off to refineries worldwide. Outro. That oil will be refined into the petrol, diesel, plastics, and medicines you use every day. So next time you refuel, remember the thousands working tirelessly offshore to keep the world moving. If you use products made from crude oil daily, comment "crude oil" below. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's explore more incredible stories together.
It's a chaotic, toxic cocktail of crude oil, natural gas, ancient salt water, and sand. To refine this chaos, the platform uses its most vital organ, the three-phase separator. In this massive horizontal drum, physics takes over. Gravity pulls the heavy salt water to the bottom, the precious crude oil floats in the middle, and the volatile gases rise to the top. The gas is either processed for energy or safely flared, the iconic flame you see atop rigs. Meanwhile, the oil, now pure and dead, meaning the dangerous gases are gone, is ready for the next stage. A single mid-sized platform can produce 200,000 barrels of this liquid gold every 24 hours. That is millions of dollars generated every 24 hours. At 7 minutes, Section 4, the floating warehouse. But where do you put 1 million barrels of oil in the middle of a storm-tossed sea? You need the FPSO. This vessel is a behemoth stretching the length of 3 football fields. It serves as a floating warehouse capable of holding up to 2.5 million barrels. But storing crude oil isn't like storing water. If it cools down, it becomes thick and sluggish like molasses. Inside the FPSO, the tanks are temperature-controlled and monitored by thousands of sensors. Every single drop is measured by custody transfer metering. In this industry, there's no room for close enough. A measurement error of even 1% could result in a multi-million-dollar discrepancy. This is precision engineering on a gargantuan scale. At 8 minutes 30 seconds, Section 5 and 6. The final handoff. Finally, the climax. A shadow appears on the horizon, the VLC, Very Large Crude Carrier. This is one of the largest moving objects on the planet. The docking is a delicate, high-stakes dance. The tanker captain and the platform control room are in constant, tense communication. They calculate wind, tide, and current with surgical accuracy. A collision here wouldn't just be an accident, it would be an environmental apocalypse. Once secured with steel mooring lines, the cargo hose, the umbilical cord of the energy world, is connected. Massive 5,000 horsepower pumps roar to life, pushing 8 million liters of oil every hour. For 48 hours, the crew stays on high alert. No sparks, no flames, no mistakes. Once the tanks are full and the billion-dollar documents are signed, the lines are cast off. The tanker, now heavy with the weight of the world's needs, disappears into the horizon, bound for refineries across the globe. At 9 minutes 45 seconds, outro, the human cost. That oil will soon become the lifeblood of your world. It will become the fuel for your travels, the plastic in your life-saving medical devices, and the energy that keeps the lights on. So, the next time you're at a gas station, take a moment.
Think of the thousands of men and women who brave the isolation and the danger of the open ocean to keep your world turning. If you respect the grind of these offshore titans, type crude oil in